And hopefully I'll be able to hear you this time.
Yes, hopefully this should be it. Yes, hello, hello. Right, hopefully we are now coming live. Do apologise. Small technical difficulties due to my idiocy of updating everything when maybe I shouldn't have. Never mind, you learn, you live, it happens.
Yeah, I can hear us.
Yep.
There we go, bro. So we are live. Hello, yes. Welcome to the JumpCrouch Podcast, formerly of the Button Bash Bunch. Do you know what? That's quite a mouthful sometimes when you try and say it quick. So I'll slow it down next time. I am your host, Matt. I'm joined this week by Abby. Say
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry, I was taking a swig of my drink.
No, you're right. Sorry. Bad timing. My fault. Also joined by Pete.
Mm-hmm. You're on it.
Yeah, we are indeed. Yes, hello. And we are joined by Jacob.
Stop.
See, these are three people of many words. Many words. Yes. Noisy says, unfortunately, can hear us. Thank you. We love you too. We love you too. And the Wandering Traveller. I like that. That sounds like a good name. Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Welcome, welcome. How are we all? How are we doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
Real.
I killed somebody today.
You killed somebody today. Okay.
Yes.
You might
Oh.
need to give some more context there.
yeah. Otherwise,
Someone who might or might not be in the call.
All right. Is he being a little bit quiet and sheepish at the moment?
Yes.
Yes. Oh dear, Jacob, what did you do?
Why'd you just go straight to me for that?
Well, because I know Abby didn't play with them today.
Yeah, well, there might not be in this chat right now, but
Oh.
This it might or might not. But they are.
yeah, but I think we all know the truth. So, yes.
Yes, he killed you off, didn't he?
Well, he killed the character for a little bit, so
Oh dear.
better.
Oh dear.
but it's fine. It worked out eventually.
You must have upset him.
Yeah, I get the feeling that was several months of rage building up to this moment. Going, I'm going to kill you now.
Just a bit of context for people. Pete and Jacob played D&D, so that should hopefully explain a bit more. You know, Pete's not gone round to Jacob and attempt to stab him because I don't think that will go down very well. So yeah.
I mean, I didn't go on a boat, and that's just not happening.
No.
No, exactly. You know, you shouldn't live so far away, Jacob. That's the problem, you see.
It's not the fact I'm on a different island, so it's just that's my own fault for that.
It
Hey,
is.
Jacob, come closer. Get in stabbing distance.
yeah.
You don't get any closer to my character. You literally stabbed him.
I mean, that's why I wanted you stabbing distance.
Right. On that note, just so we don't upset him anymore, you know, Jacob, calm down. Don't worry. Next time, Pete will kiss the boo-boo better. That's fine. Not a problem. So
No, people actually do the job properly next time and properly kill him off.
Okay. So what we're going to do?
No. I'll kiss the baby better, then kill you off.
There you go.
Okay, now it's got personal. We'll leave that one for them next week. Right, we're going to come straight into some news. So I'm just going to jump into a very small bit first before we start hearing from some people from other news pieces before we move to our main part. Xbox Game Pass are bringing a 4-player co-op game to its midst in March. Lightyear Frontier is an open-world co-op farming adventure game.
You're really pushing for this Game Pass like sponsorship, aren't you?
Yeah.
I know.
Well, it's just because I'm quite a fan of Game Pass. I don't know if anybody of you have noticed. Okay, we're only on episode 2, and I might have bigged it up a little bit more last time, but Game Pass is just phenomenal. And hey, come on, who doesn't want to try a farming co-op game?
No, it sounds like a perfect game for Game Blast.
Yeah.
For the wee hours in the morning, actually, maybe.
yeah. That graveyard slot at about sort of 3-4 o'clock.
Well, unfortunately, it don't come out till March.
Ah.
Exactly. And we've
Play
got
Stardew Valley in the meantime.
and we've got Game Blast. Just a quick update for everybody. Game Blast is coming towards the end of this month, and we will be doing a live stream for 24 hours on the 24th of February. So we'll keep updating you before then, because we'll be back here on the 18th with another live streaming podcast, give you a bit more information about it, and hopefully to give you sort of bits where we'll be and an insight to what we will be doing. So just a quick sort of pop on that one. So
And hopefully by then I would have planned what we're doing as well.
absolutely, Abby is our lead for this one. Abby is our lead. So another small bit of news for you, Pete, actually. Baldur's Gate 3, player creates Gordon Ramsay in the game.
Bloody donkey.
Well, what's up with that?
Just because we've got Ramsey calls for you.
That's very true.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know that one. I just know.
And he also likes to go, it's fucking raw.
Yeah.
Do you know what? That's very similar to what I was going to say, but I was going to try and not use the swear word. I'm trying to be good.
I think it's like within the first like few seconds to avoid swears, but we've already talked about killing people, so the chances of this remaining monetized are quite slim anyway.
Yeah.
I'll say it out unalived sometime next time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Pete's fault. We're blaming Pete.
Yep.
We're blaming Pete. Right, let's move on. Jacob, have you got any small news pieces for us today?
I do. Something more positive from yesterday. Was it the last episode's rant about the Embracer group? So, a group of former Volition staff have formed their own new studio. It's called Shapeshifter Games, but they're not developing games. They're more co-developing. So they're going to help out AAA studios get games out. So at least, despite losing this Volition studio, at least they've been able to find a new job, which was nice to see.
Find a new job.
That's good.
What are they going to be doing, I wonder?
Don't know, but it leaves it open. So I'm curious to see what they do next.
Okay, that sounds quite good then. We'll have to keep us informed with that one. We'll trust you with that one, Jacob, to come back to us. Go, this is what they're doing.
Yeah, well, I'm not expecting anything anytime soon, but yeah, I'll keep an eye on just to see what they come up with.
Brill, nice one. Thanks for that. Abby, have you got any small pieces for us today at all?
No news actually, other than obviously the main news piece we'll be talking about. But I have been watching videos about the Apple Vision Pro.
Oh yeah.
Which I can't say I have any interest in whatsoever, but it is quite a fascinating bit of tech. So I don't know if you've sort of seen anything about it, but it seems more centered around augmented reality than like traditional VR headsets.
I have seen bits, and I've also seen bits of people driving whilst using it as well.
Yeah, someone got in trouble for. I think they were driving a Tesla.
Yeah.
Whilst had the Vision Pro on. So.
Yeah, exactly.
I find it weird as well how you can see people's like eyes through them as well, like a pair of goggles. It's pretty odd. And have you seen how much it is as well?
I haven't actually. You're gonna hit us with a price tag.
Yeah, 3,500.
Fuck
Jesus.
me sideways. Wow.
Oh, good.
What? I mean, why? What? I tell you what. I bet you I know one person who'd look at getting that for that price and wouldn't even batter an eyelid. But still, no. Absolutely not. I mean,
Well, I'm not much of an Apple fan myself, but
For me, it's either that or I think that would cover 5 months' rent for me. So I think I know what takes priority.
yeah, exactly. Yes, I brought this, but I'm not eating till June.
Yeah.
Yes, so sod that. I won't be getting that anyway. But it does look interesting, I must admit. And be safe. Don't drive and use it.
no.
No. Pete.
I was just reading
sorry.
Noisy Snap's comment. If I could afford to wear futuristic Apple glasses, I would be too busy with the blackjack and hookers.
Too busy with the
They are doing their best not to mention VR. They are calling it spatial computing. Now, I didn't realise that was the term that they were using, but it's AR. Like,
spatial computing.
yes.
What's the problem? I mean, I get why I'm trying not to call it VR, but
I think because like they're Apple and they want to be special and different.
oh, of course they do, and because they're Apple, that's why it's got an extra 0 on the bloody price.
It's like, was it EA that tried to justify loot boxes by calling them surprise mechanics?
Yes, they did.
Yes.
Yes, EA, fuck yourselves for that one.
Yeah, Apple
Yeah.
being Apple.
Apple being Apple, yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, I'll stop talking about Apple now.
No, it's all right, no worries. No, I'm lying. Pete, have you got any small pieces for us today?
I do, yes. We're just talking about the name. The new Unalive Squadron game just came out.
Oh, right, yeah.
At the end of the game, has a very nice scene dedicated to Kevin Conroy. The actor, like Batman, just the person who was Batman, who sadly passed away from cancer in 2022.
I'm Batman.
Yeah, because there was a bit of sort of internet uproar, wasn't there? That the end of that game was like his last appearance as Batman. But I think there's actually some animated movies coming out, isn't there? That
Yeah.
So it's not going to be his last performance. Like, and no spoilers for the end of Unalived Squad.
Yeah, well, it's also, that's just for the base game. We don't know what's coming out. DLC. We don't know if he's recorded any other additional lines for expansion packs that's coming later on. So it's something to keep an eye on. But at least I think the film will give a better send off for Kevin Conroy's Batman.
Yeah, it's the two Crisis on Infinite Earths, Part 2 and 3. Part 1's already out, apparently. That's going to be the final projects that he worked on.
Final projects. Oh, well, thanks for that, Pete. Thank you. I've just come across another one now.
Unalived Squad cancel the Justice League.
Who said that?
Noisy snapped.
That's good.
I like that.
Already cancelled the game.
Works. An exciting bit for me, but I don't know if other people might like this. So, Skate developers confirm a Steam release is coming. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well.
I absolutely loved Skate when it first came out. It took a little bit while of getting used to, with the whole up down with the joystick to do an ollie. Trying to, just it was a bit more of bit more of an advanced way of playing Tony Hawk's. I found.
Yeah, maybe mimicking how you actually do it in real life.
Oh yeah. Well, I could skate when I was young. And when I say I was young, I was probably 13. I think if I attempted it now, I would more likely, I don't know, end up under a car or something like that.
I think my knees would turn to dust just looking at a skateboard at this point.
So tough. Right. So those. Sorry.
I keep getting distracted by the chat.
All right.
You might be able to answer that question.
I've not seen. What's it? Let's have a look. I'm on the wrong screen, you see, to be looking at it. There we go. What we got? Noise snacks. I'm happy with Tom. Oh no, we've seen that one. What was the skate mode where the objective was to break every bone in your body for maximum points? Do you know what? I do not know. I cannot remember that one. Toaster, if you find it, let us know. Come back to me. That'd be great, to be honest. I'd be intrigued to know that one. But I don't know. I can't remember.
Reminds me of Burnouts, where you got a mode where you had to cause the biggest crash pile up. I think it was the third one that they... Well, no. I think it's the second one they introduced it. So you just got to crash into the middle junction and see all these cars pile up and cause the biggest amount of damage. But didn't realise Skate. It's either Skate or Tony Hawk or one of the other games had a mode like that.
Yeah, I can't remember half of them. I can't remember half of the modes on there.
I don't play those games, so I can't help.
In fact, Saints Row had something similar as well.
Tony Hawk's was amazing anyway. I absolutely loved number 1 and 2, and then it just slowly got worse and worse and worse and worse. But anyway. So, that's enough of our small news pieces. Thank you very much. We are now going to move to our main news piece, which I'm pretty sure everybody has heard about and thinking, what the hell's going on? Microsoft and laying off just 1 or 2 people.
Yeah, just a couple.
Yeah.
Just trimming the fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, not many, just 1 or 2. I think I actually I read something for finding it that they had 200 and what was it, 60-odd thousand people? No, 232,000 people working for them. Then all of a sudden, it dropped to 221. That's quite a dip in personnel.
I'm just looking at the BBC news article, and it says a memo from Xbox. Oh, that's a mouthful. Xbox boss Phil Spencer to workers says the company plans to shed 1,900 of its 22,000 staff.
Jesus.
The Windows P45, yeah.
We've gone for that one. Oh, noisy. That's brilliant.
That's like what 9% of the workforce.
Yeah, I was attempting to do some quick maths on what percentage that was, but thank you for getting in there before me, because I was on the verge of getting my calculator out. But yeah, that's not an insignificant amount of people, is it? Does it say where a lot of these layoffs are from?
I can't seem to see where it sort of is saying that, sort of what departments in the sense that it's going to. But
there's not a breakdown, but I know at least, most of them are set to happen from Activision Blizzard. Okay.
I mean, obviously, we know with it being Microsoft, isn't just in a sense of gaming or anything like that, but still,
It's also not unusual in general to sort of have an acquisition followed by a load of layoffs.
No, I agree, but I think when it's such a high number, and it is probably a high number, I think a lot of people will be thinking, is there issues? I don't think there's issues in a sense, apart from how the world is, but...
Yeah, I think it's just a trend within the game industry at the moment anyway, isn't it? It's like Riot Games have apparently shed 11% of its global workforce. And then there was 1,800 job losses at Unity as well, 500 at Twitch, and there's not many people at Twitch anyway.
No.
Epic's made a cut of 870 jobs, which is around 16% of their workforce.
Wow.
Jesus. And let's not forget, Microsoft has spent a lot of money in the past couple of years as well. Because they have been buying everything.
Yeah, they threw a lot of money to get Activision Blizzard, which they already had their own problems internally, and it's, like you said, it was bound to happen. Some jobs were going to go once the acquisition went through.
Have you seen who the new president of Blizzard is?
No, I haven't.
So it's a woman called Joanna Faries. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And she's the former Call of Duty chief, which is also raising concerns that this might introduce elements of monetization to like Warcraft, That's the Blizzard one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or is it League?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I don't play those games. But yeah, I don't think that's been met with a lot of positivity.
Noisy's gone. It's a desperate job cull before the market implodes. Can only get worse and/or funnier. Funnier?
Well, you know, if you don't laugh, you'll end up crying. So
Yeah.
No, that's very true. That's very true. I don't. Yeah. I mean, I just don't know really what to make of it all.
it's just how it is at the moment, though.
Yeah.
Like tech in general is seeing all kinds of layoffs at the moment. Like I'm seeing a lot of it in my line of work as well. Like all the big consultancy firms are laying off loads of people. So no, I don't think it's not just the gaming industry.
No, you say it's a general trend, and as we say, they're not just a gaming industry in general sense anyway, are they? They're you know, got their fingers in all sorts of pies.
Well, do you think it'll impact the quality of games coming out as well, which we know could be quite hit and miss at the best of times?
I don't know. It does worry me. I mean, I'm going to bring Game Pass up again. Plug. It does worry me in a sense of how they've turned with that, putting all this on, how they might turn back around, and then you'd start getting less and less on there from it. I don't know. Will they sort of think, hold on, this is actually eating up too much of our money? I mean, you know, you'd probably just take us four. You know, I think us four have all got it, and especially if we've got Ultimate, you know, that's a little bit of money just from 4 people. You've got people all around the world that's actually got, you know, got Ultimate or just normal Game Pass. That's got to be bringing quite a lot of revenue in their way, just in that one solid subscription. But still, what they put out there, especially the day ones coming out and on there with it, that's got to impact them quite a bit instead of them going out or purchasing it as a one-off price.
It might be just spending habits to change. It does beg the question, like it said, from the subscription Game Pass, you're paying, let's say, 13 quid, or somebody's paying 30 quid a month for Game Pass, and you get access to hundreds of games. How is that money further split to the different studios involved in those games? And is it making the same amount of money that compared to, let's say, 10 years ago when did Game Pass first start? But before you started subscription-based gaming, everybody just bought games rather than subscribe to Game Pass. So is the money coming in different compared to then?
Well, here's the thing. What was first, PS Plus or Game Pass?
PS Plus.
Yeah, I
PS
thought
Plus.
PS Plus was
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
I did think it, but I didn't want to sort of go. So obviously that started it, and it was good when it came out, you know, and I did like it. But then Game Pass has actually surpassed it, and I'm with you in a sense of spending habits have changed because a lot of people tend to subscribe to things in general. I mean, look at TV. Who actually buys DVDs or Blu-rays anymore? I mean, funny enough, I've just sold God knows how many 100 DVDs because we don't touch them. And what do we do now? Disney Plus, Netflix, Amazon Prime. Even though I won't have Amazon Prime anymore because they're robbing buggers for that one. Well, they are. You know, you subscribe to Prime, then you got to subscribe again to get it ad free.
Yeah.
There you go. There's a Game Pass fun fact in the chat for you. In September 2023, Game Pass made 230 million in 1 month.
See, that's absolutely insane money, isn't it? I mean, you know, on an average, what is Game? I mean, what is Game Pass and what is Game Pass Ultimate? What are their prices? I can't remember.
I think it's about £12 or £13 a month for the Ultimate.
For the Ultimate, and what's Game Pass, like $8.99?
Yeah, something like that. It's
So-
about a tenner or just under.
You got to
Yeah.
average that of if that's you know, do an average of £11. How many people do you think roughly actually subscribe? Obviously, it's going to be millions of people, but how many people roughly do we think subscribe? I mean, again, that's quick maths, and I have no clue where my phone's gone.
Well, they do put a lot of like brand new games onto Game Pass from day one, don't they?
And-
So, like your £10 to £10 a month is a lot easier to deal with than like 60, 70 quid every time you want to play a brand new game.
Absolutely, and that's what I was getting at in a sense of the day ones are really, really good, but will that impact that part of it? Where when we were probably young, well, not probably, when we were younger, and we were buying games, how much is a brand new game when like the PS2 was out? What, £30?
I remember there being 30, 40 quid, something like
Yeah,
that.
that's it. How much is a brand new game if you want to go get it out the shop for a PS?
I think it's like sort of from the Xbox, PlayStation 3, each generation went up from there. The games went up 10 quid.
And that's it. To me, that's really the game prices now for a disc is ridiculous. And in all honesty, what are you actually getting? Apart from something physical to have.
They haven't really given reasons for these layoffs, have they?
No.
No.
Sorry, yeah,
And-
we've slightly stirred off topic slightly there.
Well, like the amount of money that they make through like these subscription services does make me think it's not necessarily a financial decision.
And you've got to think companies as well in how many companies use Microsoft 365? I know the company I work for, we use Microsoft, and obviously that's going to have its own subscription to it as well. And we're quite a big company where we are. So, you've got to think. I mean, I bet you, Abby, you use Microsoft.
I work for a Microsoft partner, so
There you
yeah.
go. Exactly. But that's it, you see. So this is just how it is. So it's not just the gaming part of it. It's it's all commercial parts of it as well. V365. So they've got to be making millions. So you're right. Technically, is it really money related, or do they just not need these people anymore because they've gone that advanced that their jobs are just redundant?
Yeah, Tony was just saying
well,
Microsoft. Sorry, go on, Pete.
I was going to say they'll have projected that they were going to meet something, and then they've not met it, and therefore, in order to make up that money, they need to get rid of people.
That's a very good point, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with not making money, because as you said, they're making money hand over fist. They're just not making enough money.
Not paying out enough dividends.
Yeah.
Tony was saying in the chat, Microsoft are playing the long game when it comes to game subscriptions. They have already conceded the console war this time around. Yeah, because it always used to be a big thing, didn't it? PS5, PlayStation versus Xbox. But I don't think Microsoft really care as much anymore. And to be honest, I think Microsoft have more of an offering as well, because the vast majority of things that come out on Xbox also come out on PC, whereas that's not always the case for PS5 exclusives, is it?
No, it's not, because Sony have got nothing to give it to from that, have they? That's it. If it's an exclusive to Sony, then that's there. But with Microsoft, it's obviously they have more platforms for it to go on, which is great. And to me, and I think probably years ago when it all started, you had PS2 and Xbox coming. It was they fought to try and get people. No, come to here instead. Come to it. I think now you've pretty much got that cult following of no, I'm Sony, or no, I'm Xbox. To me, that's how I see it now, and I might be wrong in that sense. People might jump me and go no, but I don't know. That's sort of how I see it, especially from people I talk to. They're like, no, I don't like it. I don't like Xbox. I like me PlayStation, or vice versa.
And Nintendo's just there. They're doing their own thing.
Yeah. Nintendo are just this little anomaly in the corner. That sort
With
of
their overpriced games that get
Yeah.
overtaken by small indie games that are currently in early access that are taking Steam by storm.
Yeah.
That was a nice sort of segue there.
And I'd like to add, it still annoys me that I still want Mario Odyssey, and it's still about £40-50, and that was a day one release. Anyway, finish with that one.
Yeah, it's the same. with-
Nintendo don't do price cuts.
No.
No,
No, they don't.
not on their own games. No.
No.
What we just read here. So after 2 years of massive layoffs at IT companies, 2024 is expected to be seen as a year of recovery for IT industry. While there are early signs of recovery in the industry, with global IT spending expecting to increase 8% to cross $5.1 trillion in 2024. As per Gartner estimates, jobs continue to impact in the sector. Some layoffs being seen this year are an extension of the job cuts announced in 2023.
Oh, I see.
So they are looking to see, as it says, by the sounds of it, it's starting to rise, but maybe this is just from what they were planning, sort of from last year, and it's just taken on to this year as it is now. And I think that's what Pete said. Interesting.
Yeah, if I said it must be right.
There you go. Yeah, Pete said it. It's right. There we go.
Yep.
We're sorted. Yeah. But brill. There we go. So Microsoft, our main story this week. Intriguing, interesting, isn't it? You know, it's one of these places you think, I'll go work there. I'll be safe. Maybe you're slightly wrong. But as we said, it happens. There's obviously some reasons there for it. It's not necessarily just all gaming related with that one either. So
Yeah, it's just sad for all the workers affected, isn't it?
it is.
Oh, yeah.
It is, and unfortunately, I'm gonna probably be hated for this. That's just part of life in general. You know, I'm physically part of something very similar in that sort of bit of it, and it's just, you know, there's not a lot you can do about it. It's either you know, you're lucky to have your job or you're not, and then you just have to crack on and try and find something else, isn't it? You know, but my heart
Well,
goes
it's
out to
pretty
people.
much been like that since people our age entered the workforce, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we've had a tough time doing it. I think we're a tough time. That's what I think, anyway.
No one's had it harder than us.
No, they
Ah,
haven't.
no, definitely not. No.
No. Anyway, before I get myself in trouble, let's carry on. Move on. Brill. So, this week, our main topic, peripherals. I can nearly say it. Peripherals.
Peripherals.
Peripherals. Big
I like
company.
peripherals.
Peripherals. Touche.
Nice.
Big company layoffs can lead to more indies if we're lucky. Very true, Noisy. Very true. Hopefully, we'll have some good ones come. You know, because we like a lot of indie games, especially our horror indie games. We're into.
I know we've got Lethal Company.
Yeah.
Power World is doing extremely well. So there's always sort of a big market for indie games out there.
Yeah, if they start doing that, there's the little guy can sneak in under the radar.
Well, it gives a silver lining to anybody that's left, let's say, Microsoft or a big company. Then they can take their gaming expertise to a smaller indie company and build them from there.
Can do. Sounds like an idea. Sounds like a plan. There you go. Is that what you're going to do, Jacob? Is that?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, go for it.
Yes, because Jacob has recently been laid off from Microsoft.
Wait,
Well-
what?
Well, no,
I didn't even know how to job with them.
I didn't mean it
I
like
don't know
that.
you do.
I didn't mean it like that, but yeah. Okay. Anyway, rewind. Well, no, wait. Anyway, Noisy just coming. Plug-in gubbins. There we go. That's a good way. Peripherals. Plug-in gubbins.
Thingy-majiggers.
I like that. The fancy controller things.
Mhm.
Brill. So we spoke about this, or me, Jacob, and Pete spoke about this many, good couple years ago. And as soon as we come up with some of the weird and wonderful stuff that we used to have, which, to be honest, I even forgot existed and thought, Jesus, and we're talking like 20 odd, 30 years ago. And you thought, wow, look at that. But now we sort of look at today, some of the bits and some of the retro stuff that goes on with them. Some of our favourites, we've had quite a few sort of chats before about them. I mean, I just go off by some bits. Look at the N64 controller. I know it's the standard controller, but, everybody remember it. What the hell, when that first came out, you sort of looked and thought, how the bloody hell am I supposed to use that with two hands? But it's right, though, isn't it? I think as soon as that came out, it was I'm not going to be able to use that. That is far too difficult. But actually, when you started playing with it, it made sense. apart from a couple games, which it's like, oh yeah, you got to do that. Now I got to use the D-pad. I can't use the fucking D-pad. I've only got 2 hands. And that's just how it went for me with that one. But that's just some of the bits that was sort of mean. And then I think there's always a lot, like when the PS5 and when the Xbox came out, there was always a lot of talk about the controllers, weren't they? Oh, look at this, it's beautiful. Do you know what, though? For me, the PlayStation controllers, I'm just talking simple peripherals first. The PlayStation controller, when that came out, that wasn't as comfortable as the Xbox One. I think the Xbox One nicely molds into my hand, and it is beautiful.
Which one, the S control or the Duke?
The S. For me,
the Duke was my peripheral that I mentioned. I was going to mention. So yes, I like the Duke. Like it was very ergonomic.
But I think that's it. You see, that's where we're all a bit. I mean, some people are like the PS5s. I mean, I think I even know for the PS5, you can get these like hand gel things now that fit onto the to the actual bottom of the controller, and they mold into it. So you warm them up in water, and then they mold into your hand. So
Okay, I haven't seen that.
So you can get these like comfortable, obviously hand positions. Yeah. I think what you do is warm in water, and then you slip them on like the endy bits where you obviously hold your hand, part of the control, and then you hold it, and then it molds into your fingers, and then let it cool down, and then that's it.
Noisy Snacks is saying he had a Terminator 2 T800 head joystick for the Spectrum. Can't say I've heard of that.
No, I haven't actually. If you could send us a link to see one, actually, that'd be quite intriguing, Noisy, because
just get it up on Google.
I know that just means a lot of typing for that one, T800. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, you can get gel covers for the PSVR 2 controllers, but I imagine it would feel like birthing a calf. I like that. That's great.
That's incredibly specific algorithm.
It was a little bit. It sounds like, Noisy, you've got experience in birthing a car. I don't know. I'm just saying. What an odd thing to say. What we got here? Thing you're on about is called. Here you go. The Exo Grip. The Exo Grip. Johnny's joined us. Hi, Johnny. Thank you for joining us. For welcome. Yes, there you go. The Exo Grip. So there for the PS5 controllers.
Looks like a condom for your controller.
Is that what? If you just Google that, have you?
Yeah, I have just Googled the Exo Grip. I mean, yeah, it does look more ergonomic, I suppose.
You never know. It could be worth a little go. Don't know. Oh dear. Anyway, move on. Come on, Jacob. Give us some of your favourites.
Don't really have that many. I do remember the old Duke controller from the original Xbox, and that was Microsoft's first attempt at controller, but I didn't hate it. I actually quite liked it. But he had small hands. Yeah, you definitely struggled with it. So, which is where the S controller came in. And since then, Microsoft really perfected the controller once they got to, was it the Xbox One? Because the 360 one had this big battery compartment underneath it, which really wasn't that comfortable. Got used to it, but it wasn't elegant. So
yeah, I remember that.
But no, yeah. Well, I still prefer using controller over keyboard. I got better at the keyboard, but still got a long way to go getting used to that.
I find what helps with that is getting a good gaming mouse where you've got all the extra buttons. So, like, because I'm not very good at using like Q and like X and other random keys on the keyboard. So if I map them to my mouse, I find it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, I'm with you there, because sometimes instead of moving my finger, my entire hand will move, and then for some reason, instead of turning right, I'm going backwards. So
well, that's the problem I have with the keyboard, and it's because you got so many more features you could do with it, I'll spend a good chunk of the time looking at it. It's like, right, which button do I need? Oh, is this one? Oh, wait, no, I'm dead. I'm just not quick with a keyboard, so it doesn't help in
Oh no,
certain situations.
but Abby's right though. I think we might have similar mouses. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got, so Logitech.
I've got a Razer Death Adder.
Oh no, I've got the Logitech G502.
I do like Logitech stuff.
Oh, it is very comfy. It is really nice on your hand, and
Yeah.
you know, so keep an eye out for them, Jacob. Actually, there are some really good mouses.
I do think it's easier to aim with a mouse, but then I suppose you get your aim assist with your controller. So
It's quicker.
Basically cheating.
It is. It's quicker with a mouse, I find, isn't it? Though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You can easily move and get around with them. So. Pete, come on, Pete. You're a man of my age who has some good things to talk about. Some of these fancy controllers.
Does anybody remember the Namco Geocon controller?
The Namco.
I do not.
Don't think so.
Well, I patched in the Discord, and I'm sure some of you at least will remember it. Yeah, awful controller.
Awful controller.
Oh, right there. Here we go. Yeah. Hey, look at that.
Oh.
Yeah, but you remember it, don't you?
I remember it, yeah. I remember just talking about that.
Yep. So for the audience who can't see the picture, the Namco. So it's basically a controller that you can twist in the middle.
Oh yeah.
Why you'd want to do this, I don't know.
Oh,
There's no good reason for it.
I remember that.
Yep, you could twist it in the middle. So if you wanted to have your right hand vertical, but your left hand horizontal, you could. Don't see how it improves your game at all, but apparently that's a thing.
Well, I do remember when I used even now when I try and do driving games, I move my hands everywhere with the controller, and I'd probably end up doing that by accident.
It's more distracting for me though.
You
Because imagine it's on like flips and it like clicks into place. Do that and do a race and you break into the wall.
It's true. I'd probably end up breaking the controller, knowing my luck.
Yeah, if you twist it and you snap it in half, that might happen.
Yeah.
I'd
might be bad in the driving game, you know. Mario Kart.
Yeah.
You hit in the last second.
It's either that or you lose the game and you snap it and just like, right, now what do I do?
I suppose you could play it like Joy-Cons.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've got a couple in the chat. What we've got, any amount of buttons be iToy or Connect waggling.
I had Xbox Connect.
I had Xbox Connect as well, and I think when it came out, it was quite fun.
Yeah.
But problem is sometimes when you, if you didn't have it quite right when you're doing the moves, you ducked too low or something like that. I can't find me. What's going on?
I was literally just Googling Xbox Connect games because I knew for a fact I owned one, but couldn't for the life of me remember what I played on it. And yeah, that hasn't actually helped enlighten me at all.
Wasn't there like the Connect Adventure or something like that?
That was for the
Yes,
360?
Connect Adventures, that's one. Connect Sports. Various like dance ones, Just Dance. Fable the Journey. I don't think I even played that.
Jesus.
It's not on rails. Remember that? My game's definitely not on rails, even though it's totally on rails.
Did you have to connect with the 360 then, or was that with the
No, I
Xbox
had
One?
I had the 360
Yeah,
one,
me too.
the first
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
I didn't. It was at the time when the Xbox One first came out. It came bundled with the Kinect, so everybody had to have it. But then realised that nobody wanted it. So I got a couple games that sort of supported it or give you a couple extra features, but it really didn't do much. It's a shame, really, because if it was optimized, it wasn't too bad. It's just some of the games just didn't work on it.
we've got a shout out for the Resi 4 chainsaw controller.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, one that I'd seen but I've never used.
It didn't look very practical. Looked fun.
Mm.
It didn't look that
No, like it's interesting to look at, but I imagine it would be a not very well balanced, let's say, when you're trying to hold it.
No, I think I'd struggle. Yeah,
More one of those display items just to show off. Yep, you got the collector's edition. But there's not really that many wacky or sort of different controllers. Are sort of establish what makes a good controller, and then you don't really see these different ones like you're saying the Resident Evil 4 controller. They just don't really exist now.
no, you don't. Yeah, you're right. You don't get anything weird or wonderful at all like that. To be honest, I mean, I'm just looking at some retro stands, and I know we spoke about these last time, and remember we got the Power Glove.
Yeah.
Power glove.
Power Glove. See, that would have been an awesome concept, but it was far too ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Far too ahead of its time. That one.
Well, wasn't it a was it Virtual Boy, which was Nintendo's first attempt at VR or
Yeah.
something like that?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Again, never played it at all, so I don't know what it was like. But I don't think it was great.
No, its color choices was lacking.
Black and was it black and red? Wasn't it colour?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. I've got it up now. Yeah. Oh yes, I do remember. Yeah, you obviously couldn't wear it. It was just there on the just there on a stand, wasn't it? I think no, you could wear.
Yeah, you're meant to wear it.
No. I know just the way it was showed there. So, what's noise you got? I thinking wacky controllers died out with the nonsense that used to clonk onto Wii controllers.
You used to be able to get like a tennis racket, didn't you?
Oh, there was also tennis racket, fishing line, bow and arrow.
Back when people would smash up their tellies throwing their Wii controllers.
Yeah.
Oh shit, the string snapped and it's gone.
Which was it, the Wii, or it might have been the Switch, where they've released like cardboard kits to make
Yes.
controllers or some form of
Oh
controller?
really?
Well, yeah, it's just you put the controller within it somewhere, but yeah, it's sort of similar along to lines to the wacky controllers you got for the Wii.
No, you're right. Yeah. You come with a build kit, didn't it, in cardboard, for like Mario Kart and such things. You built it and it acts as a steering wheel.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think.
I swear there was one of them that acted as a fishing rod, but there might be something else.
I mean, seriously, why a fucking fishing rod?
Because there's fishing games out there.
I know, but still, you know, it's ridiculous.
I exploded my living room light with Wii Sports Tennis. I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, it's never a
Oh,
nice
uh,
thing.
Speaking of exploding, you two remember this from the last time we did this. The Res trans vibrator peripheral.
Oh yeah, I'm. Oh god, yeah.
Yep.
Sorry.
I just put the link in chat, you know. Yeah, so you can have a wee gander of what this might be like.
Yeah, it's that was it. It was a Tokyo thing, wasn't it? From over there, we didn't have it here.
I think you could get it imported, but yeah, I don't think I had it like a release. I'm not 100% sure.
No, so we
What an
strongly
idea.
recommend that everybody just quickly Googles that Res Trans vibrator and just have a look at it and see what you think. Interesting, surprising. We had no clue what it was until Pete brought it up last time, and it's a very weird piece of kit. all I can say
Mm.
about that one. They Labo, whatever.
That
it
was
is.
it.
Yeah, there you go. Johnny's just Johnny's always wanted one but never got it. Well, Johnny, this is your time. Go grab one, mate. Go on, do it. Why not?
Let's see how much they are.
Whilst you're doing it, go and get yourself a trans vibrator and all. You might struggle to find one, but it'll, by the looks of it, it'll blow your mind. Or your ball sack, I'm not quite sure. We've gone from that one now. Jesus.
There you go. There's 3 kits you can get with a Labo.
Yeah, go on. What are they?
So you got the VR kit, a vehicle kit. So that's the one that will make you a steering wheel, or I think it's even a joystick as well for flying. And one other. What else have we got? A robot kit. And this is the one I was thinking of, the variety kit.
Hey up.
So that's the one that came with a fishing rod and a piano and a motorbike and a house.
A house?
Yeah,
What would you use a house for?
I don't know.
Hey up, Noisy. Who needs a vibrator attachment when you have a PS4 controller and the game Mr. What's that? Masagi?
Mr. Masagi.
What's that game?
I feel like this is a risky Google.
I know. Yeah, I know. It sounds like it, doesn't it?
Might be a Wikipedia job.
Or is it Mr. Masagi?
I have a feeling it sends your vibrator.
Yes, it's Mr. Masagi.
Mr. Masagi. Mr. Massage. What the hell is this?
Sounds like a terrible part of the rubber remake.
What the? All I can see is a big jar of mayo.
What have
I'm
you just Googled?
Excuse me?
No, honestly, it's on it. It's on it. Mr. Massage on Steam,
Steam,
and
yeah.
then it's got a picture of a jar of mayo.
Okay, let's have a look.
So I'm not quite.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah.
So I'm not quite sure what the hell is this?
And there's just a finger next to it.
Controller massages. Oh, is that what it's supposed to be then? The controller just massages you. So what you're supposed to do?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's why you're in the high calorie edition.
Oh, sorry. Am I not supposed to be?
No, it's just 2 different versions.
Okay. Jesus. So we know what Noisy obviously does then. It's a dating game, but when you win the levels, you get pleasing controller vibrations. Well, do you know
Something
what?
for everyone to try out.
Do you know what? This is the first time I've ever heard of this. It really is.
Frequent asked questions. Can I play this game without a controller? Yes, but you will feel alone.
Oh, I love
Go
that.
for the jugular there.
I love that. What's that? The giant jar of mayo is from a different game. My name is Mayo, which is also amazing. Is it also a a misogynist sort of type game? Is it?
Well, Masagi. I'm not sure it's necessarily misogynist. that was quite a jump there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just testing the boundaries. That's all.
Well, we're covering off all the deep themes today.
That's it. Exactly. We've gone from peripherals to apparently sticking my controller up my arse when I've completed a level.
Jesus.
I mean, nobody said that you had to do that, but
Well,
at least we know what Matt will be doing when he plays Mr. Masagi.
absolutely. All I need to do is find the game now. So, if you hear
Well, the
from
description for...
say again.
I hope you watch the controller afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh no! What do you want to do that for?
Just don't put the UV lights on.
My name is Mayo is a clicker game, but you can unlock bondage gear for the jar. Right, now this has really got fucking weird now.
So the
isn't it?
point of the game is just to tap a jar of mayo, so...
Basically, it's a porno game, isn't it? Essentially. Here we
I can't
go.
believe this person's brought smart into this.
Yeah, here we go. I'm moving it on slightly. I'm going slightly back. Who remembers obviously all the memory cards for bloody PlayStation and bits like that, pain in the arse. You know, you fill up one. Oh, I need to get another one. I don't know how many memory cards do people actually have going at one time?
None.
I had
I just used to uninstall games.
No.
But the Xbox just had a built-in hard drive, and I don't think I ever ran out of space on it.
Yeah, our first console was the first Xbox, so
Okay.
we're not that vintage.
Oh, all right. This is where me and Pete do feel old.
no, very good.
You are.
I said I know, very good.
Honestly, I remember.
Remember LMA Manager?
Yeah,
PlayStation?
yeah,
A save would take up an entire memory card.
yeah. It was exactly, and that was the problem because then you couldn't play anything else. Because if you lost your save on that, you were not going to be happy.
Yeah. Oh, no. No chance you were getting out of it.
No, exactly. So there you go. There you go. First world problems there. Oh, I tell you. What about the Rumble pack for the N64? You know, just in case you did want Mr. Masagi on the Nintendo, you had to buy the Rumble pack separate.
Oh, you wouldn't want that. Mine was massive. You'd do yourself an injury.
Yeah. It would just get in the way. It was big and bulky.
Yeah.
I tell you. I mean, can we count some like weird things as a peripheral? Like, I used to have an N-Gage.
Oh, that rings a bell. Wait, I think I know what that.
The Nokia
Yeah.
N-Gage.
Oh yeah, I think that was one of those things that I wanted but couldn't have.
Well, because at the
It
time
does look like a controller.
At
Was
the
it a
time,
BlackBerry?
I worked at Toys R Us, and they were trying to get rid of them, so they sold them off for £25. So I was
Wow.
like, do you know what? I'm having one of these. And it was great because somebody managed to put a few games on there for me. I thought, brilliant. And it was easy for texting. The worst thing was taking phone calls. You couldn't have it flat to your face. You had to speak at the very edge of it. So you had to have it a long way, if that makes any sense. You could only speak at the very top and the very bottom of it, and that was it. So you ended up looking like an idiot. Imagine having your phone now, instead of it being flat to your face, hold it up sideways to it. That's how it was.
Isn't that how like young people have their phone calls now anyway?
Oh, don't they have it on loudspeaker or something like that?
Like on
Yeah,
the
then you just hold the
Apprentice.
phone out.
Yeah. So we can hear all your bloody conversation. Great. I really wanted that.
Do you know what year the N-Gage came out?
Oh, don't hurt me.
2001.
No, 2003.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
And then it was discontinued in 2006.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good run.
Do you know what? I think that's probably around the time, when I must have got mine. Because they were
Well, if
just...
they discontinued it in 2006 and they were just trying to get rid of them where you worked, I'm
Yeah.
guessing you got it towards the end of that time.
Absolutely. And still one of the best buys I ever had, I thought. That was. Loved it. I wish I still had it, to be honest. God knows what happened to it.
Yeah, I sometimes regret getting rid of some of my older like games and consoles and stuff like that now. I wish I'd kept them.
I think I hoarded all mine. They're still here.
Hoarded them? Wow, what have you got?
I still got the original Xbox, which the disk drive doesn't always open. Plus, there's still all the games for it, and the demo discs are in the drawer somewhere. Got the 360 twice. Got one at launch, which broke. So it's in the
Red Ring
cupboards.
of Death?
I'm pretty certain Jacob broke a few of those.
I think I went about 3 or 4 of them. And at least 2 of them had Red Ring of Death.
Yeah, I think I broke
I've still
2
got
of them.
my original one.
Is that the one I borrowed?
Yes. That came back smelling like a garage.
Oh,
Did it?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, it just smelled like it had been kept like somewhere musty.
Oh. Well, it has been in me conservatory.
Oh, okay. I bet maybe your conservatory is a bit musty, or maybe it smelled like that anyway, and I just didn't notice because it'd been sat around my house for years beforehand.
I've got a musty conservatory.
So
Oh.
talked about that.
I know. I should do. Really, I should do. Never good. Anyway, sorry, slightly gone off topic there, but yeah. I mean, I've still got a Spectrum at my mum's. Tell you, I should get that. I should get that. Really should. Just trying to see some of these weird and wacky. I mean, I'm looking at some of the controllers, how they've come on. Like if you go on to like the Atari controller, love that, brilliant. Got an Atari at my mum's as well, actually. They're bloody brilliant. And then you look at like the Sega Master System and then the Sega Mega Drive sort of controllers, how much they start to change. The NES and the SNES. They're all
Yeah,
weird.
all before my gaming time.
Oh,
No,
right.
we would only get to play on consoles when we went to like PC World or somewhere like that.
It's either that or was it Game would have a little setup in the shop floor, which not gonna lie, took up a bit of my time whilst in college. They had Guitar Hero set up, so they had all the instruments to try out. That was good.
And that is a solid peripheral, actually, the Guitar Hero.
Do you know,
We've got one of those.
I was about to say that is the whole Guitar Hero setup is in the guitar and the drums. That's my favorite peripheral, I'd say. It really is. It really is. We should do that actually. Who's? So that's my favorite. That's my favorite. Jacob, what's your favorite peripheral? Now it can't be a standard controller.
But the only other one I tried, well, there's two others I tried out. The Guitar Hero, which are really good. Then the other one was just for a movie quiz game called Seen It.
I remember
they-
seeing it.
Yeah,
they
came-
buzzers.
Yeah, they came with their own little controller. That was all right. Well, unfortunately, it could only be used for that game, but it was a nice addition, especially when you bought the game. It came with 4 controllers for it.
Yeah.
So because you said Guitar Hero, I'll say the Seen It one just for something different.
Oh, good. Pete, what about you?
I had, for one of my Christmases, I got a Resident Evil controller. It wasn't chainsaw, it was a controller that was shaped, the right hand side of it was shaped like a gun. Like a barrel, or not a barrel, the handle from a gun. And all the buttons were arranged to make it easier to play Resident Evil games.
Okay, I don't think I've seen that. I will look that up shortly and find out because that's.
Just I'll find it. It was amazing. It was so good.
So was it the Resident Evil controller?
PlayStation 1.
PS1. Right, there's the
Yep,
chainsaw.
there it is.
There's the chainsaw. All I've got is the chainsaw. Ask. I can
Put it in there. Yeah.
put it in. Oh, that's weird.
Okay.
Yep. The X button on the back. It's a trigger.
It's a trigger. Oh, that's clever. I like that. Ah.
Noisy Snacks has thrown out his favourite in the chat as well, which is the aim gun for the PSVR. Proper immersion when you feel like you're holding the gun. Also, it has a satisfying squishy ball on the end for fidgeting.
Is that the one that lights up when you touch it?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh dear.
He's playing with the light up ball. Oh, that's I like that actually. That one. Oh. Go on, Abby. What's yours?
Well, the main peripheral that I use is like controllers and stuff, but so I'm going to throw in the Quest 2 VR headset. The only reason I'm not saying Quest 3 is because I haven't got one.
New age. The new age. That is. isn't it?
Yes, but what I do like about it is that you don't have to set up any of like the sensors that you do for like the Vive or the Index or
No.
anything like that. You can literally just take it wherever, and all you have to do is mark out where your boundary is on the floor. And you can also hook it up to Steam as well. So
yeah.
yeah, not very retro, but I don't really have any retro peripherals, so I'll
Doesn't have to be
throw
retro.
out throw out a VR headset.
It doesn't have to be retro, not at all. That's still quite good. And it's still a really good peripheral anyway with it, and a lot of the VRs are, to be honest. There's now getting to be so many, it's unbelievable with them. But the quests seem to be very highly
Very
rated.
affordable as well, because like VR headsets can cost an absolute fortune.
Yeah, and it is, isn't it? It's only like, I mean, you can get the the 256 gig one for something like 250,
Yeah, I think it's around that.
something like that, and which is an all right price. It's better than 3.5 grand for an Apple headset.
Yeah, I think like the Index was about £1,000 maybe. There's the Pimax headset, which is 1,300. So yeah, the Quest is just much more accessible
Yeah, I
in
mean,
terms of cost.
I think the only difference in them, in a general sense, is that probably the frame rate and the the graphic.
Yeah,
within it,
like you
and
do
that's
notice a
it.
quality difference, but
Yeah, but
it's
some,
still really good.
but sometimes, I mean, to me, and this is just my eyesight, and hopefully Tony won't kill me for it. I couldn't tell you the difference maybe between a good £2,000 monitor to a good £500 monitor. In a sense, for me, I'd be a bit like, I don't see that difference too much at all. I don't know if that's just me. Can monitors be a peripheral? I don't know. You do need one.
Technically, yeah.
Oh, good. There we go.
Like you could go for that one of those fancy curved ones.
Yes, and that will be a conversation I need to have with Tony, actually, funny enough. So, will do. So, that's brilliant. So, there we go. A bit about some peripherals, some of our favourites. I tell you what, we'll have a quick vote on what our worst ones are. Pete, what's your worst peripheral?
I mean, the Connect.
Yeah, I was going to say Connect. Absolute waste of money.
Yeah.
I wanted it to work, but part of the problem was just none of the developers were invested in it, so it's just a waste of time, unfortunately.
So the scary thing is all four of us on with the Connect.
It seems it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's not good. That's
I
not
don't
good.
want to
point.
hate it, but
Noisy Snacks makes a very good point in the chat. No point having a super high definition monitor when you have low definition eyes. I can relate to that.
Yeah. Funny enough, I'm quite blind, especially when I don't have glasses on, and I'm colourblind, so it doesn't help. So,
Jesus,
and what?
got everything going against you.
I know. Trust me, mate. I'd tell you some more things, but we're live. Was it my worst? Was the Wonder Book nonsense add-on? Never even heard of Wonder Book. What was that?
It's going to be a Google,
Is
isn't
it a PS3 thing?
Well, it's for the iToy, so it must be.
Oh.
Yeah, iToy.
I just keep
PS3,
seeing a
wasn't
book
it?
of spells coming up.
It did come up PS3 on it.
Oh yeah, Wonder Book. Yeah, what is that? What is it?
Looks like cashing in on the Harry Potter.
That's a
universe.
game.
I was going to say, yeah, didn't Harry Potter have like the wand and something for it?
I've seen a pack. It's on
Is
on
it
eBay for $79.99.
Behave? It was basically a book of QR codes that did an augmented reality thing. All right.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh yeah, I can see now. Yeah, a book of QR codes. Okay. On that note. Well, there you go. There you have it. We've got our favourites, and we're all pretty much unanimous on the worst one that we don't like either. There you go. There was a Harry Potter one, and yeah, I think that was it. Oh, there we go then. So Harry Potter is shit.
So we've got the Connect and an honourable mention for the Wonder Book.
Yeah, it sounds like it. So, brill. Right. Well, that's it. There we go. Good little bit about peripherals there. Like it. Love it. Some old, some new, some crap, some good. Brilliant. Smashing. So, that's it. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us this week on the chat. Thank you very much to you guys with us today as well. Chatting, Abby, Pete, Jacob, much appreciated as always. Love it, absolutely. Please feel free, tell your friends, share us, get many people to come and listen to us either live or, come back. This will be on our YouTube channel as well. So feel free, get them to come across and have a listen. And then hopefully as we get moving on, we'll have some more bits coming up on here as well. You've got Abby, who's doing quite a lot of streaming on Twitch at the moment, which her Twitch handle is
Starbuck_C17.
I just couldn't remember the underscore bit. That was all.
I will put it in the description.
There we go. Brilliant. Yeah, feel free. She's doing a lot of Alan Wake 2 at the moment, which is fantastic. And then us three don't do much streaming at the moment, but I'm hoping to try again. We'll see what happens. But thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you later. Say bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Everyone, bye.